Hi, I'm going to teach you how to play Here Comes the Sun today. It's played with a flat pick. The capo of the guitar is on the 7th fret. And the most challenging thing I think about the song is that you have to pick out key notes from the melody while you're strumming. For example, and there's nothing to say to that other than it comes with practice. There aren't any shortcuts. You simply have to listen to the song. You pretty much keep your strumming hand going up and down through the whole song, and then just pick out the notes which you'll hear from listening to the recording. I play it as it's played on the original Abbey Road recording, and at the end of this video I'll play it all the way through, but why don't we just go ahead right now and jump in. If you want to tune to me, here's a D chord. Again, this is on the 7th fret of the guitar. And here we go right in with the verse. I'll play these passages as slowly as I can. Sometimes it's a little easier to play them quickly, but here we go. All right, so this is how the verse begins. Alright, so this is primarily, this is a D chord, and you're using your second finger on the E string there to pick out a little bit of the melody. Right, then it goes to a G chord, where you're using your fourth finger to play bits of the melody. Then to an A7th chord, where you're using your second finger. Then back to a D. Then moving on, it'll repeat with the D, and this time when it goes to the G chord, you'll actually be using your first finger on the E string to pick out part of the melody, and this is the oddest configuration, chord configuration in the whole song. I'm not even sure if this camera angle is going to get it too well, but it's a G chord using your first finger here. Now back to D. Now back to that odd G chord again. And that time you went to an E7th chord. Okay, so now let's go through that whole verse slowly now. Okay, now at the end of the verse, this is the turnaround. Okay, so that's back to that D chord again. All right, so the turnaround between the verses, he plays a D chord, A7th chord, and then this is the guitar lick. I use my third finger on the second fret of the D string, of the G string, and then slide up to the 4th fret. So that's okay, moving on. At the end, the second verse is played the same as the first verse. And then at the end of the second verse, you're finishing on an A7th. And then rather than going to this turnaround, instead of doing this, okay, instead of going back to that turnaround, now he goes into the chorus. Alright, so the chorus, where he's singing sun, 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 here it comes. What he does is he, starting on the A string, open A, and then 4th fret, then 2nd finger on the D string, then 3rd finger, and this is an F major 7th chord, then a C chord, then the beginning of a G chord here. I'll complete the G chord, and back to a D. So that's repeated 4 times. Here it goes. Sorry. Okay, so that's repeated 4 times. And you're just about done with the song. Now it goes back to an A7th. And then this is a slightly different turnaround before going into the 3rd verse. Alright, so that last turnaround before going into the 3rd verse, you're on the A7th chord. And that's pretty much the whole song. There's a 3rd verse, which is played exactly the same as the 1st and 2nd verse. And then to close out the song, he just plays the turnaround that you already learned, as well as the chorus that you've already learned. And that's very simple. That goes like this. And that is the whole song. I will try to play it all the way through now. It's hard to play it all the way through without making any mistakes, but I'll go ahead and give it a try.